Good meeting, everyone, and to the public who may be listening. I am retired Judge Nadine Allen and President of the Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library. At this time, I would ask Molly, would you please do the roll call, trustees in attendance?
Yes. Ms. Allen?
Yeah, Ms.
Here.
Yeah.
Here.
Thank you. Mr. Harding?
Here.
Mr. Hendon? Here. Mr. Olson?
Here.
Ms. Redden?
Here.
Ms. Reynolds?
Here.
And now I have the pleasure of swearing in our newest reappointment of Ms. Diane Cunningham-Redding. So, I have to read that.
I have to stand.
We're going to stand.
Yeah,
You want to read it?
I read it.
yeah.
I, Diane Cunningham Redden, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and impartially discharge my duties as trustee in and for the Cincinnati and Hamilton County Public Library to the best of my ability and in accordance with laws now in effect and hereinafter to be enacted during my continuance in said office.
Great.
Thank
That is
you.
fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And I would just make a point to say thank you to my fellow trustees for your support in securing my reappointment. It's very much appreciated.
All right. And since there's no reason for a public commentary, I'm going to turn this matter over to our director, Paula Bremheger.
Thank you, Judge Allen.
Executive director, sorry.
No worries. Thank you, everyone. I'm Paula Bremheger. I am the Executive Director, the Eva Jane Romaine Coombe Director. I'll start my report with, of course, a little bit of background about Diane Cunningham-Redden, who's been reappointed. Following the expiration of her term here at September 30th this year, the current Board of Trustees member and our Board Vice President, Ms. Cunningham-Redden, has been reappointed for a full 7-year term, serving October 1st of this year straight through to September 30th of 2030. She was first appointed on April 27th, 2018 by the Hamilton County Common Pleas judges to fill an unexpired term. In addition to currently serving as a VP of our board, Ms. Redden is also the chair of the Human Resource Committee, member of the Facilities, Finance, and Audit and Development Committees, and is also a member of the Nominating Committee. Ms. Redden served as board secretary last year in 2022. She is a graduate of the University of Cincinnati and recently retired from her career working for Lion Group, an Ohio company with a focus on military and public safety equipment manufacturing. At retirement, she was the director of CBRN PPE Division. Ms. Redden has served on numerous boards and committees, including the Ohio Governor's Council on Aging Advisory Board. She leads Hamilton County Board of Directors and is the Hamilton County Municipal League Administrative Director. She is a 2020 graduate of the Joanne Davidson Ohio Leadership Institute and the honorary chairwoman of the Hamilton County Republican Party. She is a resident of Evendale.
Thank you.
Thank you, absolutely.
Welcome again.
Thank you.
Very good. At this time, I'm going to turn matters. Oh,
I have a little bit more.
you do have a book.
Yeah, that's all
You
right.
have some information,
Yeah,
don't you?
I've got some, it's very exciting,
You
so
have a
we got
report.
really.
You have a report, don't you?
But I'll go.
Move things along.
We had several staff members present at the Ohio Library Council Convention. I think there were a total of 12 that happened September 27th through 29th. You can see the long list there in the document. We also hosted an all-convention reception at our main library on September 28th. We had more than 350 people stop by the main library to enjoy refreshments, makerspace activities, and tours of our construction. Special thanks to Tara Kressler, who's our Assistant Public Services Director, who chaired the OLC Local Arrangements Committee, and to all of our local arrangement committee members, Carrie Bernard, Terry Barnum, Travis Castlebar, Kate Crusham, Sean Davidson, Kate Denier, Ben Lathrop, Chad Lewis, Elizabeth Sullivan, Matt Todd, and Ella Roller. Thanks also to Stacy Dennison, our Chief Development Officer, and the Library Foundation for their support of that OLC reception. Talking a little bit about the visits to city councils across the county. As I have mentioned in previous reports, during the last 18 months, I've been visiting village, township, and city council meetings all across Hamilton County to update leaders and residents about the progress of our facility master plan. We've been doing a great deal of work throughout the county to improve and update our facilities, particularly around the pressing issue of accessibility. With so many renovations and refreshes going on at the same time and in quick succession, residents and leaders may not be aware of our progress. In coordination with our local library branch managers, I'm working to spotlight our efforts and our successes all across the county. Many thanks to the leaders and members of the Norwood, Reading, Avondale, Green Hills, and Sharonville City Councils who afforded me time at their recent busy meetings over the last 2 months. Urban Library Council Annual Forum. I often attend this. This year, with so much happening locally, I'm not attending, but instead relying on Kathy Bach, our Public Service Director, and Beth Yoke, our Chief Strategy Officer, to attend and share our successes with other libraries and colleagues, and also gather ideas. The forum will be held in Seattle, October 25th through 27th. The theme, People, Power, Place, Today's Urban Public Libraries, will challenge attendees to explore the future role and position of the public library in our ever-changing world. And finally, National Friends of the Libraries Week. We do have that going on October 15th through the 21st. This week offers a great opportunity to honor and thank our friends groups for all that they do to support our library. Our primary group, the Friends of the Public Library, provides hundreds of thousands of dollars in direct and indirect support to the library, representing countless hours of work from their dedicated volunteers. I've truly appreciated working with the volunteer board and the executive director, Alexei Lonovich, these past few years. This past weekend, I was actually at the warehouse and I saw how many people visit in support of the library through their volunteerism. I was also blown away by how busy they were selling books on our behalf. As they say, they support our library one book at a time. Also, of course, to note on a smaller scale, but important, is our Anderson Township Library Association, or ATLA. That group and its volunteers work to do at least 2 book sales each year for the benefit of the Anderson and Mount Washington branch libraries. Their passion and volunteerism help us in a variety of ways. That ends my report, and I think before I move on, Jennifer Korn, who's the branch manager here at Pleasant Ridge, I wanted to say hi and welcome. Yeah, just say welcome. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I cut Jennifer out. Thank you, Judge Allen.
Okay, thank you. And at this time, I'll turn this matters over to Mr. Hendon, who will present the Facilities, Finance, and Audit Committee report.
The Facilities, Finance, and Audit Committee met on October 3rd, 2023 at the Mumford Heights branch. Committee Chair Robert Hendon, Committee Member Diane Cunningham-Redden were in attendance. Staff members Paula Bram-Heger and Melinda Fossey were also in attendance. It is recommendation of the committee that the board take the following action. Property acquisition, 7700 Hamilton Avenue. The replacement of the Mount Healthy branch identifies a goal that FMP has been a long-time objective of the library. An opportunity was identified in August 2023 when the nearby CVS closed. Although property was not on the market, through working with our realtor, we were able to secure a purchase-sale agreement with the current owner. The building is approximately 10,000 square feet and in good condition. Both the roof and mechanical systems are at the end of their lives, but the replacement of each is providing the library with the opportunity to coordinate the interior space. The building does have an existing drive-through. The library will continue to due diligence process, including review of the Phase 1 and Phase 2 reports. So I need to approve the purchase of property located at 7700 Hamilton Avenue for $2.1 million, along with up to $100,000 in closing costs, and authorize Eva Jane Remain, COOM Director, to execute all necessary documents related to transactions subject to the resolution of all due diligence items.
Is that a motion you're making?
No, we wait until
Okay.
the end.
All right.
All right, main library project update. The initial delivery of glass panels has arrived and is being installed in stair rail. Interior finish work is ongoing. The exterior plaza work is expected to be completed the first week of November. Furniture and finish selections are being finalized. So we need to confirm the following change orders to modify interior renovation GMP for Turner Construction. And you can see I'm not going to read the individual change orders, but you have them in your primary report. Confirm the following change order to modify the the elevator GMP for Turner Construction. In addition, movement of staff workplaces in the collection to prepare for the opening in 2024. Library facilities staff are installing carpet and painting all areas that were not included in the overall renovation project. West End branch renovation. West End branch was reopened on Saturday, September 16th. Turner Construction worked diligently to beat the extended completion by one date. Library staff from all departments working together got everything installed and ready to be open very quickly. And we need to confirm the following change orders to modify West End branch renovation, GMP for Turner Construction. Ongoing maintenance, Coreyville and Pleasant Ridge branches. The first floor windows and front door have been installed at the Coreyville branch. We're still waiting for the installation of windows in lower level, as well as the delivery of a play element for the children's space. Confirm the following change order to modify the Pleasant Ridge GMP for Pepper Construction. Hyde Park branch elevator replacement and renovation. Work on the elevator installation is in progress. The interior renovations is ongoing and the final design for technology needs to be completed. During removal of one of bricked-in windows in lower level, an issue was uncovered with the emergency egress stairs from the second floor to the back of the building. As a result, the stairs will need to be replaced to comply with current code. The ongoing changes to the branch and most recent problem with the stairs have pushed the completion date to March 2024. We've extended at least one temporary space to accommodate this extended completion date. They need to confirm the following change order to modify the Hyde Park branch elevator replacement and renovation GMP for Turner Construction. We're working diligently to identify any additional costs as well as finalize the cost of furniture and equipment in the event any additional budget modifications may be needed. New Forest Park branch. While preliminary site work continues, library staff and design professionals are continuing to work with the City of Forest Park for the building permit. The foundation is complete and Turner is ready to begin building the structure. Without the permit, we may face the project delay. Design team is continuing to work with the city to address the concerns of the water service installation. Confirm the following change order and modify Forest Park branch GMP for Turner Construction.
Mr. Hendon, real quick, I wanted to say we do now have the permit.
Oh, we do
So,
have the
since this-
final.
Yeah.
So we do have the permit.
Right, great.
Wow,
Which is very good.
Yes.
Taken
Very,
a
very
long
good.
time.
It has taken a very long time.
So no unnecessary delays.
Yes,
Yes.
correct, we're on track.
That's right.
All right, Duke Energy easement 600 Northland Boulevard. Approve the easement allowing Duke Energy Ohio access and rights related to location of the utilities and property at 660 Northland Boulevard as detailed in Exhibit 1. And authorize the Eva Jane Romaine Coombe Director to execute all documents associated with the easement. Resolution accepting tax levy amount update and rate. Approve the following resolution and forward to Hamilton County Auditor Dusty Rhodes. Is it Auditor Dusty Rhodes now?
Richard Kelly.
No, this whole thing is wrong. We also have by October 26, 2022, and it should be 2023, so.
And it's also,
Yes.
is it Jill Sherman?
Bridget Kelly,
Oh, yeah, Bridget.
yeah.
That's a good catch, Mr. Hendon. We all read that, and I'm so used to
Well, I think
Dusty
you know
Rhodes
right.
being the auditor, I didn't even, my brain didn't catch it.
Dusty's a personal friend of mine.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to say his name one more time. There you go. Sorry about that, Ms.
Yeah.
Kelly. Yes. Auditor
fix it.
Kelly, yeah, we'll fix it, yeah.
Approve the following resolution forward to Hamilton County Auditor and all county fiscal officers. The following resolution acceptance of 2024 tax levy rates and amounts. Resolution is to be approved by a roll call vote and return the auditor before October 26, 2022. Do I need to read the resolution?
No,
All right.
we haven't.
Resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission and authorizing the necessary tax levies and certifying them to the county auditor. All right, and there's, you having my report listing of the items. Resolved, the clerk of the board be and hereby directed to certify a copy of the resolution to the county auditor of Hamilton County. Now, I need a motion to accept the resolutions.
Second.
Is there any discussion? No discussion?
Ms. Allen,
Yes.
Mr. Harding,
Yes.
Mr. Hendon,
Yes.
Mr. Olson,
Yes.
Ms. Redden,
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds. Yes.
Now, this is for information only, the Norwood Boiler and Hot Water System. At the August 2023 meeting, the board waived public bidding based on urgent necessity for the project so that the new boiler could be installed prior to the winter weather. The anticipated total project is $105,000 and expected to be completed by October 15, 2023. Price Hill Parklet, the construction of streetscaping and landscaping for the project is complete, and the installation of the public art is underway.
Just as a note, yeah.
It is complete. And
Oh,
if
it is
anybody has a
complete.
chance, It looks very nice. We
Complete.
still need the grass to come in and a few other things. We'll have a dedication in the spring, but the public art it looks great.
It really does. If you haven't been over there, take a look at it. And they just finished the staining. Yeah, Heather is from Price Hill. They just finished the staining there, and it's Follow the Yellow Brick Road. It's really an impressive art piece by Michael Papage. It's cool. So,
All
thank you,
right.
sir.
Energy Retrofit 3 Geiler Company lawsuit. The trial previously scheduled for August 2023 has been delayed until December 2023. Sims Township Branch renovation and addition. We have been working last year to maximize the site and interior of the branch while improving traffic flow and branch entry. We recently engaged HS Held to make a fresh look at the site and improve feedback for the option. After meeting with design professionals and Turner Construction, we have an updated plan that we'll share with staff and customers. We hope to return to the project this fall. Opportunity for branch replacement in Miami Township. We continue to investigate the potential of new construction building on the lot in front of the Three Rivers School District school campus. We're working with SHP, Turner Construction, and JS Held to evaluate the feasibility along with the estimated costs associated with acquiring building and maintaining the property. As previously stated, the property currently is in a flood zone. Dye Township branch renovation and expansion. Library has been working with the architect SHP along with Turner Construction and JS Held on site maximize the Delhi Township branch. Potential options include acquiring a 25-foot strip of property to widen the entry and connect with the Delhi Park at the rear of the library site. This option will result in expense associated with utility relocation. We continue to explore options and plan to meet with township officials when we have more to share. Walnut Hills branch accessibility. The resolution of the remaining punch list items has been slow. We continue working with Megan Construction on these issues as well as the project closeout documents. Madisonville branch accessibility. After meeting with Megan Construction regarding the assessment of liquid damages, we modified the assessment to allow for 30 days from the day of arrival of the electric panel. The deduction will result in consideration of ongoing supply chain issues related to the type of item. Liquidation damage assessments are now $52,000. Sharonville refresh. Sharonville branch closed September 8, 2023, and expected to be open October 28, 2023. Bulk of the work is being by the library facilities team, and the overall cost is expected to be well under the original $450,000 estimate. We will report the final costs at the December 23rd board meeting. And
We
that
do
is
have one
conclude.
more update with that. It'll be about a week past the October 28th. We just got some updated furniture deliveries. So I just want to go on record as saying it'll be about a week or 10 days after that date.
Very
So
good.
noted.
That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Hendon. And I would like to turn this matter over to Ms. Redden for the Human Resources Committee report.
Thank you, Judge Allen. This report was compiled by Kyla Harden, Chief Human Resources Officer. Core group benefits. In September, the library received our 2024 medical plan initial renewal quote from Custom Design Benefits, our current medical carrier. As mentioned in the August board report, the loss ratio, medical claims that CDB has paid to healthcare providers as compared to library premiums received by CDB have been extremely high and continue to rise during recent months. The loss ratio of the true cost plan, also known as the copay plan, is 116.3%, and the loss ratio for the high deductible health plan is 205.3%. Target loss ratio for CDP is 80 to 85%. The Human Resources Team and Benefits Broker, USI, conducted medical carrier reviews of the most competitive major carriers. Each of the carriers submitted quotes and plans, which were reviewed by our benefits team. Several carriers declined to bid for our business as their rates would not be competitive. Of the quotes received, Custom Design Benefits again offered the best plan designs and most financially feasible options. After negotiation, Due to the sharp rise of the loss ratio, the HDHP will have a 78.4% increase, and the co-pay plan will have an increase of 23.7%. The HDHP will have a plan design change to reflect a $3,000 or $6,000 deductible from a $2,000, $4,000 deductible, and will now have a co-insurance of 80% rather than 100%. After a 2-year rate lock, our dental plan with Delta Dental will be increasing by 8%. Delta carrier reviews were also conducted to determine the best value for our staff. In consideration of the lowest rates and the largest network of providers, Delta Dental was again the selected carrier. All other benefits, carriers, and plan designs will remain the same, as other rates were quoted at no cost increase for 2024. Open enrollment meetings will be available to all staff, with evening, weekend, and virtual options offered. Our benefits broker, USI, and third-party administrator, Custom Design Benefits, will conduct these meetings to ensure that staff are well informed about both plans and have the resources needed to make an educated medical plan selection. Due to the large, unprecedented rise in the HDHP cost, and to make it financially feasible for the library to offer this plan for 2024, we are recommending that the premium cost share for the HDHP medical benefits change from employee 20%, employer 80%, to employee 30% and employer 70%. The annual contribution for health savings accounts is recommended to transition from $500 or $1,000 to $250 or $500. In recognition of the copay plan's cost savings due to obtaining contracts and reference-based pricing, it is recommended that the cost share change from employee 10%, employer 90%, to employee 8%, employer 92% for the copay plan option. The overall increase in medical benefits cost to the library is approximately $1 million. We recommend that the dental plan cost share remain the same. Employee 35%, employer 65%. The benefits open enrollment will begin Friday, November 3rd, and a comparison of current costs that are recommended costs are outlined in Exhibit A, which can be thrown up there. So Exhibit A, HDHP employee current at 2080 is $151.70 per month. Under the new 3070, it's $399.36 a month. For the true cost pay, employee currently at 1090 is $58.84 a month, and it will be going to 8/92 at $57.63 a month. So substantial increases all the way around, unfortunately. Is there any discussion?
I would just like to add, I know during my discussion with Paula and Kyla this past week, and I think it would be wise for us to maybe look at some other options for us to lower healthcare costs, whether that's pursuing possible, a wellness clinic that we can offer our employees. Just like at the county, we have Marathon Health, where they provide, all these health screening services, long-term care, behavioral health care, and coincidentally enough, we met today with the compensation benefits manager for the county, and we were told that that alone helped us lower the healthcare costs for the county. I would also like to see if maybe the library could pursue that for our employees as we see healthcare costs increase, and if there's any other options that we could pursue, because I think this is a problem that's not going away anytime soon.
How long are we engaged with custom design benefits and the groups that we engage with now? Like, do we review that annually?
We do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an annual review that we do.
Got it.
We get our benefits renewal generally in September, and we got this renewal a little bit later than normal. So this came in at the very end of September. We did medical carrier reviews very quickly of other carriers out in the market, and this ended up being the best value for staff that was offered. Thank you.
What percentage of our employees are on the high deductible, high premium versus the true cost?
So currently we have 158 staff who are engaged with the HDHP plan and 264 staff who are on some plan of true cost copay plan.
So where and that plan has actually gone down in cost to us.
Right.
Yeah.
I assume you think some will switch.
We did. Yeah, we do assume that some
Yeah,
folks will switch here.
Site.
Yeah, those are incredible increases.
Yeah. And we'll be offering individual meetings to staff who are currently on the high deductible plan, who are interested in switching, but also have any concerns around the switch and their continuation of care. So we want to make sure that we offer that individualized, those meeting times and just consultation so that staff feel assured if they are planning to make the switch.
And no doubt this is happening nationally.
It is.
At a national level to everyone's
It is.
health care plans.
Yeah.
I'm just not familiar with the true cost copay plan.
Mhm.
What does that mean? What does true cost mean?
So there are copays associated with every type of service that is provided
I understand.
through this plan. There's also a $2,000, $4,000 deductible for this plan as well. They have direct contracts with medical providers. So their contracts are with UC Health, with Christ, with TriHealth. The only providers locally that they do not have contracts with are Mercy and Jewish.
Okay.
So that has been a consideration for staff who have not moved to the copay plan, that they may have providers.
We provide our employees with a list of providers that can be helpful at the top of the battle, right?
Absolutely,
So some folks
absolutely.
will have to switch if they have a Mercy or Jewish. provider.
Right. And we looked at our current high deductible plan users, and there's about 20% that have a provider, one provider or more in those networks, in the Mercy or Jewish networks. So that's quite a few. 80% have providers currently that are actually covered by the True Cost plan. So that will be a part of the conversations that we have with staff who are interested in switching over.
We have experienced a situation where in the past couple of years, fewer and fewer providers are bidding on our business. So that's another issue we do face. We did switch with custom design benefits. Those that are on the board may remember that. So we continue to pursue these. And I also have been saying, and I'm not saying I have statistical evidence, but it's important for everyone to remember that the OPERS healthcare has changed a couple of times in the last few years. So our retirees used to have one option, and they could retire at a certain age with straight number of years of service. Then they changed that, and then just, I think last year, a new change came into effect where you used to be able to age into healthcare at 55, and now you age in at 60. So I only bring that up because to say that it's kind of a persistent issue for us. It's not just that the cost of healthcare are going up, but our workforce is not necessarily leaving our employ at maybe the very young ages they used to. We have more people who are staying past 55 and maybe past 60 to obtain those healthcare benefits and to the retirement. So it's kind of a series of complicating things, but I do just point out that actually all of those variables may be coming forward as we look at the healthcare costs and the claim levels that we have. But this is great advice, yes.
The true cost copay plan, it seems reasonable.
It
Because
is.
there's no deductible. What are you talking about? It's just employee pays 10%, 8%, employers paying 92% under that option. And there are negotiated prices for everything.
Yeah, they're reference-based pricing based off of Medicare costs.
Yeah.
In the contracts with the True Cross providers, whereas with the high deductible providers, there is no contract, so
Right.
the cost is, whatever those providers wish to
And
charge.
typically, a high deductible, high premium plan, you don't see the premiums going up when
Right.
the deductible goes up. But in this case, the deductible went up and the premium went up dramatically. So, okay, I would think everybody will switch to the copay true cost plan.
Just stay healthy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to know after the enrollment, if you could come back to us and tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely
Yeah.
give you an update.
Kyla, do you
Absolutely.
need support in terms of like sitting down with all the employees and talking
Thank
about
you.
how this works. I mean, I
Oh.
feel like this is the barrier so much with healthcare is
Yeah.
understanding what these programs mean, and folks who don't want to go talk to their provider, they're scared to lose their provider.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
do you feel like you have the staff support and to talk about healthcare premiums and deductibles?
Thank
with
you
all
for that question. Our benefits team, we have my HR manager and benefits coordinator are phenomenal. We also have gotten the commitment of USI and CDB. So we'll have a sign-up sheet for staff to have individual meetings with those folks, specifically with USI and CDB, to truly understand what the change in plans may
Oh,
mean
it's
for them.
something hidden in there. So.
Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate that very
Yeah, I know
much.
the owner of CDB, she's dynamite.
Yeah.
She has an
Yeah.
incredible team.
Yeah, so they've been wonderful to work
I'm not
with.
surprised.
It's a tough situation.
And I do want to add that I think, from my perspective with a lot of my team members, some people didn't transition last year because they, with a lot of unknowns, but anybody that I knew that did transition was very happy with the new plan. So I think not only because of the rates, but also for the performance of the past year, I think.
Great.
that
Those
people
testimonials make a big
comfortable.
difference.
Yeah.
For
I think so,
employees
too.
to employees talking to each other over lunch
Yes,
about.
yes, so
Right.
I think that will help.
That's great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
thank you.
And thanks to Kyla for your hard work. I
Yeah.
just want to make sure the trustees know, because this stuff came in fast and furious in the space of like 2 weeks. And so she was working with Molly to come up with the best possible option for the various things that we could offer staff, honestly, this year.
And my only comment is I was going to ask Kyla how she's handling the stress of dealing with, I think you kind of covered that. Not only the
Yes.
stress on the employees, but the upset, the anger, and people get very emotional about
Yeah,
these.
benefits are so important.
I think we do need a motion.
Yeah. Can I get a motion in a second?
I'll make the motion.
A second, and is there any discussion on the motion? No discussion?
Ms. Allen?
Yes.
Mr. Harding?
Yes.
Mr. Hendon?
Yes.
Mr. Olson?
Yes.
Ms. Redden?
Yes.
Ms. Reynolds?
Yes.
Thank you.
Ms. Redden, you have one more?
Yes. For information only, Customer Service Appreciation Week. October 2nd marked the beginning of National Customer Service Week, which celebrates the people who make customer service happen. The library honored our team in a week-long celebration of our staff who are continuously providing excellent customer service. As a culture that recognizes both the importance of external customer service and how critical internal customer service is to our organization, all staff were invited to celebrate by participating in the fun activities planned by our staff morale team, which were?
We had 5 days worth of different things that we asked staff to engage in, either through our Microsoft Teams or through our intranet. So we had staff taking pictures of their team in their library shirts, and that was really fun to get to see staff from around the system engaging with. They're so creative, first of all. They come up with the wildest ideas of pictures to share with everyone else. But we also had wow cards a day that we encouraged staff to send wow cards to each other and let them know how much they appreciated the service that they provide to each other. We had Kroger gift cards sent out to every agency so that they could celebrate in their own way. And just a number of engaging activities, mostly that were held virtually this year. So,
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Great.
Back over to you, Judge Allen.
Thank you. And I'm turning matters over to Colleen Reynolds, who's presenting on behalf of Karen Clemens Lewis for the operations report.
Happy to fill in for Trustee Karen. This report was prepared by Ms. Kathy for operations. Our featured manager this month, Heather Price, our branch supervisor of youth services at Price Hill Branch. Heather Price currently serves as the branch supervisor of youth services at the Price Hill Branch. Heather earned her undergraduate degree in education from Morehead State University, followed by a Master of Arts in English from the same institution. She furthered her education with a Master of Fine Arts in Creative Writing from Chatham University. She joined the library in 2014 as a part-time library services assistant at the Covedale Branch. In 2017, she was promoted to Senior Library Services Assistant at the Price Hill Branch, and in 2019, she transitioned to the West End Branch before temporarily relocating out of the state. During this period, she contributed her skills as an information assistant at the New York Public Library System, starting in 2020. And in February of 2022, Heather returned to Cincinnati and was again hired at the Price Hill Branch. Prior to her current position, she held previous positions as a library customer advisor and a library customer specialist at the same branch. Heather is committed to personal and professional growth. Currently, she is enrolled in the library's Tomorrow's Leader program and is actively pursuing a public service leadership certification to further enhance her leadership abilities.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Thank you, first of all, to the Board of Trustees and the Library Senior Leadership Team for inviting me to speak today. I'm excited to talk to you as part of the inaugural class of the Public Service Leadership Certificate Program. The library launched the PSLC program this fall with a cohort of 10 staff taking courses through Cincinnati State. The curriculum contains a total of 11 classes spanning 2 years of coursework, designed to equip us in leading others in public service. This program represents a huge shift in the traditional library management trajectory, and I think I can speak for all of my cohort when I say we are thrilled for this opportunity to enhance our leadership capabilities to serve CHPL staff, communities, and customers in new ways. We're a little over a third of the way through our first semester. One of the great things about this program is that we can tailor it a bit to fit our needs, especially with the number of classes we're taking and then what those classes are. Each semester, though, we will have one class we all take together with just our cohort. This is a really nice touch as we can support each other, channeling the library's healthy culture priority into our program. And so while it has been an adjustment getting used to balancing work, classes, and life, we are all rising to the occasion. After all, we are limitless learners, and most growth opportunities are full of challenges that can help shape us into the people and leaders we want to become. A huge emphasis this semester in our cohort class, which is called Self as Leader, has been on examining who we are and learning how to lead ourselves in order to lead others. To quote our textbook, leadership, it's about you, it's not about you. I know, I love that. So we must take these opportunities to learn and grow within ourselves so that we can then turn around and lead others forward and help them learn and grow too. So thank you again, and I'm happy to answer any of your questions.
Welcome back.
Yeah. Thank you. All right, with that, thank you. Continue with the report.
Wonderful. The West End Branch Library reopened on September 15th, woohoo, and features a completely reimagined interior space designed to maximize the space inside the building for customers while prioritizing accessibility improvements to the entrance and throughout the branch. The most popular new additions are the new courtyard, the new technology and laptop kiosk, and the 2 reservable study spaces. A notable new feature at the branch is the installation of an automated external defibrillator AED machine. We plan to install these into new projects and are exploring options to offer AED training for staff. Attendance at the grand opening celebration on Saturday, September 16th is 859, and the community is thrilled to have the branch open. West End staff have welcomed a total of 5,397 visitors and counting since its reopening. Early statistics show a month-over-month increase in circulation of 26% so far. Awesome. Study spaces, or pods, have had 74 reservations in the month of September. 20 children participate in Project Art, and West End is back to hosting class visits from the local schools. As part of the West End Branch grand reopening and Customer Appreciation Day, we had 2 pop-up events utilizing the branch's new study pods. We had a recording studio where the children of West End wrote and recorded lyrics to create a West End Branch Library hip-hop song. The original beat was created by Jody Jones, a library customer advisor from our Norwood branch. We also had an art studio where the children of West End worked with Cincinnati-based artist Kristen Dry to produce graffiti-style art on canvas. Christian was sponsored by the Robert O'Neill Multicultural Arts Center. We are currently in the process of incorporating both activities into a music video. Can't wait to see it on TikTok. Veterans Day, due to space constraints, with the South Building at Main still closed, we are again honoring and celebrating this important day a bit differently this year and are looking forward to returning to our traditional, robust program in 2024 at the Main Library. We are providing programming in honor of Veterans Day at the Green Hills branch in association with the City of Green Hills. Veterans will have a ceremony on November 11th on the Commons, which is in front of the school hosting our branch. This will feature a 21-gun salute at 11:11 a.m. Additionally, the library will celebrate our World War I memorial at the Walnut Hills branch with an informative talk about the American Gold Star Mothers and the history of that group in Cincinnati. We will also curate a digital exhibit honoring veterans on our own staff and invite staff to celebrate the veterans in their own lives by contributing photos of family members who have served our country in the United States Armed Forces.
Colleen, I think Tara has just a very brief update of additional activity.
Yes, the Cincinnati Museum Center Speakers Bureau offers a program called Greater Cincinnati's Veterans Memorials. The program describes memorials and tributes to military personnel from the Cincinnati area and includes a brief history of each memorial. This will take place at the Blue Ash Branch Library, and this is a great location because the Blue Ash Bicentennial Veterans Memorial is currently under construction as part of the town square renovation project. So this fills a need in that community.
Thank you.
Thanks. The Genealogy and Local History Department, GLH, will be working with the Madeira Inclusion Committee on a project called Madeira Stories Live. Madeira Stories Live is a live oral history and storytelling event where Madeira community leaders, neighbors, and elders share their personal stories on various topics and themes to build connection and empathy among members of the Madeira community. The first Madeira Stories Live was held at the Madeira Branch Library in May and was recorded on video. The GLH department will host the recorded videos of Madeira Stories Live on our digital library and the library's YouTube channel. We look forward to continuing the work with the Madeira Inclusion Committee and the Madeira Stories Live team and sharing future events with a wider audience. Governor Mike DeWine recently signed an executive order in support of implementing best instructional practices aligned to the science of reading. The science of reading refers to an interdisciplinary body of scientific evidence that both informs how students learn to read and write proficiently and explains why some students have difficulty with reading and writing. This November, the Lifelong Learning Department will host 2 youth services retreats on the topic of the science of reading. The November retreats will be an opportunity to inform our youth services staff about this initiative. A partial solar eclipse is coming to Hamilton County on October 14th. CHPL currently lends out telescopes to library customers from 15 library locations. As part of our telescope lending program, CHPL has partnered with the Cincinnati Observatory and local astronomer Dean Regas to plan a season of fun and informative programming. In the weeks leading up to the eclipse, the observatory is offering events at 16 library locations to spread awareness of the eclipse and share safe viewing tips. The library's lending telescopes fitted with solar funnels will be available for safe eclipse viewing at select branches on October 15th. Mark your calendars for April 8th, 2024, when Hamilton County will be right below the path of totality for another approaching solar eclipse. The Harrison branch will be on the path of totality and plans to host a celebratory event.
All right, so how many telescopes are actually available now?
Oh, I know, they're
Probably
all
not.
we
Probably
bought
like
more.
all
I
gone.
think yes, it's an insatiable
You
demand.
bought more?
We did buy,
Yes.
yes, we did.
I've
We've
read that and said,
Yes.
it's too late to get one now.
Yeah, maybe for 2024, get
Yeah,
ready
get
for
one for
the path
April.
of
Okay,
totality.
all right,
Yes.
trustees.
Well, Dean Regas, he's really cool.
He's
If you
so-
follow
yeah.
him on social media and
Yeah, I always learn
Instagram,
something.
oh, I'm always learning something.
Good guy.
Yeah, he was the one who
Very
came forward with the idea of
Oh,
giving
I
us
love
the,
it.
the telescopes. Yeah, he's really great partner. He has,
That's what yeah, he's dynamite.
yeah.
You all can see below for the additional events. I won't make this slide.
Yes.
Okay, you're done with your report?
I think so. Do I need
Okay.
to do a motion?
No, we're happy about it. Thank you.
Turn it back to you.
Thank you. I will turn matters over to Mr. Harding for the strategy report.
Thank you. And thank you to Beth Yoke, Chief Strategy Officer, for preparing this report. Adult learning and literacies. Working in partnership with the Immigrant and Refugee Law Center, IRLC, at the Adult Learning Center, ALC, is offering citizenship classes at the Reading branch in September and October. The IRLC will offer one-on-one application assistance and mock interviews for each candidate. The ALC will instruct the students on all topics covered by the citizenship test, including civics and American history, and offer practice exercises on English reading and vocabulary. ALC's 31 classes offered during the summer had a combined attendance of 1,839 people. Fall classes are underway, and a few of the classes being offered are Introduction to Artificial Intelligence, A Taste of Coding, Avoiding Scams, Financial Literacy, and Career Development. Connecting with Governments and Community Resources. Final Thursday community resource fairs on the North Plaza of the Downtown Main Library continue to be in demand. Popular resources include affordable connectivity programs, which are discount internet services provided, City of Cincinnati health clinics, Cincinnati Health Network, which are free health and wellness checks for people experiencing homelessness or housing insecurity, Vote Riders of Ohio, which help with acquiring a free Ohio ID and registering to vote, and new to our October 26, 2023 resource fair, the City of Cincinnati Community Engagement Specialists who connect people to city and community resources, and Project Connect of Cincinnati Public Schools, who connect youth, caregivers, and families experiencing housing instability to wraparound resources. October is National Bullying Prevention Month, and we are organizing a family resource fair at the Downtown Main Library on October 14th. This event is happening in partnership with the Land of Superheroes, a youth empowerment initiative led by Patty Collins and Michelle Young. Dozens of community organizations are invited to share resources, and staff have many family-friendly activities planned, including story times, crafts and performances from the Children's Theater. Additionally, branches are hosting bowling prevention story times and programs throughout October, and the library is partnering with the Nancy and David Wolf Holocaust and Humanities Center to prepare a program series for October titled Coloring for Change, What Makes You an Upstander. Library staff will receive training from HHC so they are prepared to discuss character strengths with youth and how they can leverage those strengths to be upstanders in the world. We also participated in the National Voter Registration Day on September 19th with events at the Downtown Main Library and the Deer Park branch. Additional branches created displays and signage to encourage residents to register to vote. So far this year, 253 people have registered to vote at the library, and 105 have requested vote-by-mail ballots. We also collaborated with the Ohio Means Jobs and TriHealth on Healthcare Career Fair at the Deer Park branch on September 19th. The career fair connected customers with recruiters and job coaches. Deer Park High School brought students to the event so they could build their job-seeking skills. We engaged with over 100 entrepreneurs at SCORE Greater Cincinnati Small Business Event, Confluence, at the United Way on September 21st. For the second year in a row, we shared small business and makerspace resources to inspire entrepreneurs to use library resources to help launch their business. The most in-demand library resources include free access to the Cincinnati Business Courier, free access to LinkedIn Learning and Universal Class, the many resources found in our online small business reference center, and vinyl banner and product label printers in our makerspace. House Bill 257 was recently introduced and was referred to the House Government Oversight Committee. As written, HB 257 authorizes members of certain public bodies, including public libraries, to hold and attend meetings by means of teleconference, video conference, or any other similar electronic technology. Like previous bills allowing for virtual meetings for public boards, this bill will likely have additional changes as it moves through the legislative process. The library's Fall Public Awareness Campaign is underway through late October, with dual goals of increasing public awareness about services, resources, and spaces the library has to offer, and sharing awareness of Customer Appreciation Day's events. The campaign is supported through billboards in Hamilton County, postcards sent to home, radio advertising, customer emails, social media, and website posts. Customer Appreciation Days have been a success, with all locations participating in September or mid-October. These fun events include activities to get to know library staff, snacks, special story times, crafts, voter registration, library card signups, and an opportunity for customers to share their input on services and resources their branch should prioritize in the coming year. And finally, an update from Outreach Services. Deliveries of teacher collections to participating schools for the 2023-24 school year began September 5th. We delivered 14,779 books to 450 classrooms at 71 participating schools. Children's librarians Krista Hyatt and Lori Bonofel, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that, presented the first of monthly programs designed for adults with special needs at 2 St. Joseph home locations on September 26th and the 27th. The program focused on fall theme, providing a story, audience participation activities, and crafts. And that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Harding. And I will turn matters over to Mr. Craig Olson for the technology report.
Thanks, Mr. I have the privilege of reading the report provided by Holbrook Sample, Chief Technology and Logistics Officer. Books by the Banks, 2023. Books by the Banks. We get a little clap here. The region's premier author event is being held. I need more of her.
Thank you.
All right. It's being held on Saturday, November 18th at the Duke Energy Center. This day-long event will feature book signings from national and local authors, panel discussions, and other fun activities. Our staff is the predominant force behind Books by the Banks, with the event also receiving strong volunteer support from local libraries, universities, and other institutions such as Cincinnati Children's Hospital and Medical Center. Network security update. Over 2023, IT has taken several measures in our effort to continuously improve network security. This includes decommissioning the Microsoft Exchange server, which eliminated a potential security hole, upgrading and redesigning our backup file system, which increased the speed of backing up and enhanced security, and completing the years-long upgrade of our Windows server infrastructure, which allowed us to continue to receive security updates from Microsoft. All right, the payment system update. Phase 1 of the installation and training of the new customer payment system will upgrade printer copier payments, hardware, and software at all locations. This phase is scheduled to start the week of December 4th. Artificial intelligence and standalone computer. To stay abreast of the best practices with AI in libraries, IT is purchasing a PC that will be used as a standalone AI computer. The computer will act as an AI sandbox, or isolated testing environment, to consider large data sets to see what insights can be generated. As a standalone isolated computer, there is little risk that potentially sensitive data will be released or used in the large language models or other large data fields that feed AI's learning. We will also set up governance that will determine who uses the AI computer and for what purposes.
Where's it going to be?
Down in the computer services.
And then a statistical...
Oh, it'll be right there.
Not so much.
Statistical highlight, in February 2021 Technology Board report, we noted that we had arrived at a new digital storage solutions called Cumulo, right? Is that how you pronounce it? This storage is for all the items digital service scans, the videos and graphics of the marketing department, and other high storage needs. Cumulo storage resides at the main library and at a state library data storage center in Columbus. The statistical highlight is a look at how the actual storage in Cumulo has far exceeded anticipated need. That's good to hear.
Thank you for your report.
Back over to you, retired judge.
And now I'm going to request that Colleen Reynolds give us the development report.
Thank you very much. This report was prepared by Ms. Stacy Dennison, our Chief Development Officer. This is for information only. On October 5th, the Library and Foundation welcomed Isabel Wilkerson as the Mary S. Stern Lecturer. The team at the library, which includes staff from a variety of divisions and departments, worked diligently to engage audiences in advance of the lecture with 29 events and activities across the system, thanks in part to the generous support of Interact for Health. This annual lecture is funded through the Mary S. Stern Endowment, held at the Library Foundation, and is guided by the Mary S. Stern Selection Committee in conjunction with a multitude of library staff. The library was the grateful recipient of significant gifts from the Martin Luther King Jr. Coalition to support the purchase of materials on Dr. King and his legacy, as well as from Catherine Winrick for the Outreach Department. Update from the Library Foundation. The generosity of our community is unfathomable, especially from those who gave so much of their time and talent to help create the Library Foundation. The foundation has just received a bequest from the late Tom Hunefeld of $5.39 million. This is the largest single gift received by the foundation to date.
Thank you, Stacy.
Tom and Kathy Hunefeld's passion for our library was tremendous. For many years, Kathy was a Friends of the Library volunteer and often co-chaired the big sales on Fountain Square. When the library board worked to establish the foundation in 2003, Tom volunteered to be on the board and helped to guide the foundation until his passing in 2020. Tom and Kathy's humble leadership did not enable us to celebrate their generosity prior to their deaths. We will be working to appropriately recognize them for this transformational legacy endowment gift.
That's awesome.
The library staff campaign for the foundation is underway and runs from September 17th to October 14th. There are many There are many participation incentives with various challenge levels, with participation including a donation and/or signing up for the Kroger Community Rewards for the foundation. Big thanks to Paula Bream-Heger for a 2-to-1 challenge match up to $4,000. This year, the Library Foundation will participate in Cincinnati Gives, a marketing and community philanthropic challenge through Cincinnati Magazine. The campaign will launch on Giving Tuesday, November 28th, 2023, and will run for 10 days until December 7th as a multi-channel campaign with a strong social media presence in partnership with the library. Significant gifts have been received from the Hunefeld Estate, Nancy and James G. Dempsey for Genealogy and Local History Department, Tommy and Sarah Ines Evans, the Ohio Library Council, Anonymous for the Cheviot Branch, Catherine K. and Thomas M. Law, Interact for Health, Patricia L. and Dennis B. Worthen, PhD for the Forest Branch Library, Marcia Brady Tucker Foundation, and Naomi Gerwin for the Writer in Residence Program, the Gerbacken Singh Memorial Fund, Marianne and Albert J. Stackpole, and Martha Wolf and Roger Steele in memory of Bo Steele for the Madisonville and Oakley Branch Libraries. Apologies for any mispronunciations. Additional grant requests have been submitted and are under review. October is Members Month at the Friends Warehouse for the Friends of Public Library. To celebrate this, all Friends members receive a 20% discount on their purchases during October. And the Anderson Township Library Association is gearing up for its annual holiday used book sale at the Anderson Branch Library. This sale will run from November 9th through 11th.
Thank you for that report, and now, with no other formal business, I would move that we move into executive session.
We have to do consent
Don't we
agenda.
do consent?
Yeah, sorry. We just
All right,
need a
sorry.
motion to
I need a motion now and a voice vote for approval of the consent items.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I now move into executive session.
Yes, say what
Second,
section?
if you need it.
Executive session.
Oh, executive session under Ohio Revised Code 121.22 G3 for conference with our attorney concerning pending or imminent court action.
Second, if you need it.
Third.
Okay,
They can figure out where they
can I
be.
have a all in favor on the
Aye.
executive session?
Oh,
Aye.
aye.
All in favor?
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Good, go
Okay,
ahead.
we're now back on the record, and we have come out of the executive session. President recognizes Greg Olson, who will make a brief statement on behalf of the library.
Yes, my name is Greg Olson. I'm a trustee for the Cincinnati County Public Library, and on behalf of the board, we just want to make a statement about the events on Saturday of this past week and all of the folks in Israel and the surrounding area who have been affected, and our hearts go out to them, and we pray for and we ask for thoughtful responses and the best outcome for those who've been affected and injured and killed. And this is not a prayer, this is just our board wanting to speak to the issue and to what occurred, and that we are cognizant of all the struggle that's going on there, and that we are with you, and that your plight and the things you're struggling with are on our hearts and on our minds. And that's all.
Thank you so much, Mr.
Thank
Olson,
you.
for that comment. Okay, now I move that we adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.